Were you cursing at 5 or 6 of his friends for, you idiot?
Judge Judy is known for her no-nonsense, direct approach to resolving disputes in her courtroom. Her words of wisdom and knowledge of the law have been entertaining and inspiring viewers for over 20 years. But not all cases that come before her are routine. In fact, some of the cases she has heard are downright unbelievable. From outrageous stunts to outrageous stories, these 10 Judge Judy cases will definitely leave you shocked. Get ready for the craziest Judge Judy cases that you won't believe actually happened. Number 10. Motorcycle.
You had rented motorcycles for him to ride previously from the plaintiff.
Yes, ma'am, 3 times.
Judge Judy is well known for her disdain towards interruptions in her courtroom. Sideshows and interruptions can result in fines or even being kicked out. When a party repeatedly interrupts Judge Judy, it raises questions about their commitment to winning their case. One such case involved Kim Nowler, the owner of a motorcycle rental store, who filed a lawsuit against a resident who had rented a motorcycle for 3 days but later canceled the lease. While the case initially seemed ordinary, what shocked everyone was the plaintiff's entitled and rude behavior in court.
The dates are not correct. The facts are correct. The dates are not correct. He called 3 days after he booked.
Great.
I have no cancellation.
Just a second.
No
I'm
cancellation
speaking.
policy.
Hey, I'm speaking. Listen
No
to me.
cancellation policy.
I don't.
Despite multiple warnings, she continued to shout over the judge. To make matters even more astonishing, it was revealed that the plaintiff had dropped the case previously, but was now seeking compensation for NSSF charges and the inconvenience caused by the case. Judge Judy, known for her straightforwardness, didn't hold back and firmly stated, "I'm not giving you a quarter."
I'm not giving you a quarter. I think that you're a very bad businesswoman.
Number 9. The fake case. Courtroom dramas often make us question the plausibility of certain cases. Some seem too outrageous to be true, but the shocking truth can surpass our wildest imaginations. In this particular case, we encounter a fake scenario presented by the plaintiff, Kate Levitt, seeking compensation for the alleged tragic death of her cat.
And as he was breaking one of the televisions, it fell on your cat and killed it.
Yes. Yes.
Plaintiff Kate Levitt fabricated a story about her cat's tragic death, claiming her partner started a fight and smashed a TV box. However, none of it was true.
He picked up the first TV and he threw it at the wall. And the cat was laying down right next to it, like in the corner.
It was an attempt to obtain a settlement and a free trip to Los Angeles. The case quickly unraveled as Kate Levitt's story had inconsistencies and her partner didn't support her claims. Judge Judy bluntly summed it up as a tale of a misguided individual. Number 8. The Horse Counterclaim.
And you sold the horse to her for $1,500, which means she owes you $1,400.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In a surprising turn of events, a horse counterclaim took an unexpected twist on Judge Judy. The defendant, Summer Ruger, demanded full payment from the plaintiff for a horse. However, Judge Judy swiftly delivered her verdict, declaring that the plaintiff had already been paid the full sum of $1,400. The case revolved around an unpaid balance for the sale of a horse. The plaintiff, Caroline, claimed she leased the horse to Summer for $100 a month.
Did you?
It was a lease.
It was a lease.
Month-to-month payments of $100
For how long?
for 15 months.
And was owed $1,500. However, the plaintiff contradicted herself, stated that she sold the horse for 15 $100 payments. Upon hearing the conflicting statements, Judge Judy promptly determined that the defendant had indeed paid the outstanding amount. The courtroom was filled with surprise as the judge wasted no time in resolving the clear-cut case. This memorable case stands out as one of the shortest in Judge Judy's history, leaving everyone in the courtroom with faces resembling a soap opera. Number 7. Missing the dressing. In a case that left everyone questioning its legitimacy, a customer's complaint about missing dressing escalated into a courtroom drama.
Then you don't say, send me extra dressing for the sandwich that I'm not entitled to. You say, I'm prepared to pay you extra to send me extra dressing because I like dressing on my
If they
sandwich.
said it cost extra, I would have been happy to pay for it.
Did you?
The plaintiff demanded a full refund after not receiving the extra dressing he ordered from a restaurant. He later took matters into his own hands, snatching food from a delivery driver and claiming the restaurant owed him for the previous oversight. The restaurant staff, guided by the mantra, "You go low, I go lower," vandalized the plaintiff's car and home in retaliation.
Your claim that Mr. Lindner's employees vandalized your house and your car. And Mr. Lindner says he wasn't there. As far as he's concerned, there is no proof that his employees did anything to your house and your car.
The courtroom was filled with disbelief at how a simple restaurant mistake had escalated to this point. The plaintiff emerged victorious but was ordered to pay for the meal, with a mere $12 deducted from his $223 win. This peculiar case highlighted the extremes some individuals go to over seemingly minor issues. Number 6. The Gasping Woman. In a courtroom battle with serious consequences, Devisha Thomas resorted to desperate measures to avoid a hefty fine or potential jail time for expired insurance.
Did you have insurance?
I had
No,
insurance.
you had no insurance. If you don't pay for your insurance, you had no insurance.
It just lapsed.
With an attempt to deceive the judge, the defendant let out exaggerated gasps whenever discrepancies in her story were pointed out. The courtroom was filled with these dramatic gasps as the defendant sought sympathy and tried to portray herself as a victim. However, Judge Judy saw through the act, even laughing out loud when the defendant claimed ignorance of a $900 bill.
$900 for 3 years ago.
I had no idea he paid that much for that car.
Despite the defendant's efforts, Judge Judy remained unconvinced. While the defendant's gasps hindered a complete understanding of the case, the judge gathered enough evidence to rule in favor of the plaintiff. This case shocked both the courtroom and viewers, as the defendant's desperate theatrics failed to sway the outcome in her favor. Number 5. Push. In an embarrassing courtroom moment, a defendant experienced a humiliating mishap with a door. After engaging in a heated exchange with the judge, the defendant attempted a dramatic exit but couldn't figure out which way the door opened. To add to the embarrassment, the judge had to intervene and shout, "Push out," guiding the defendant's departure.
You push out.
This incident showcased how anger and a lack of door opening knowledge can lead to an unintentionally comical situation in a courtroom. Number 4. Loserds. In a failed assault case, Alexandra Nelson and her friends lacked sufficient evidence to support their claims and were instead revealed to be the aggressors. Shockingly, it emerged that Alexandra had initiated the case to secure payment. Adding to the judge's irritation, Alexandra recklessly cursed at the defendant during the proceedings.
Were you cursing at 5 or 6 of his friends for, you idiot?
When questioned about her behavior, Alexandra's response, "Because they're losers," further undermined her case.
If there
Did
are
we
five,
get a chance?
If there are 5 or 6 of his friends, madam, what were you cursing at them for?
Because they're losers.
Despite her nonchalant attitude, the case was ruled in favor of the plaintiff, with $4,000 awarded.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,000. That's all. Step out.
Number 3. The Tupperware Assault. Judge Judy has seen her fair share of courtroom exaggerations, but the Tupperware Assault case pushed the limits of believability. The plaintiff filed a lawsuit against her neighbor, claiming assault due to the defendant throwing Tupperware at her. The judge was skeptical and asked for clarification.
Miss Roy, according to your complaint, you rented a room in defendant's home.
Yes.
When did you rent the room?
To everyone's surprise, the plaintiff gave a theatrical demonstration complete with exaggerated voice acting and over-the-top gestures.
You know, and she threw her blankets off and she ran to the door and slammed it open. She said, "I ate it!" And she stormed into the kitchen.
showcasing how the defendant allegedly pelted her with an entire cupboard of Tupperware. Despite her convincing acting skills, both the court and astute observers saw through the plaintiff's exaggerated claims.
She has a Tupperware cupboard, and she put her arm on one end of that Tupperware cupboard, and with all of her force, threw it on me, and I was standing behind her, and it landed on me.
While struggling to contain their laughter, the court concluded that the plaintiff lacked credibility, yet still ruled in her favor. She was awarded $192 for the damaged Tupperware.
That you are entitled to. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $199.92. Thank you. You want to give it back a bear?
This case highlighted the tendency for some individuals to become amateur actors when their actions are televised, even if their acting skills are less than stellar. Number 2, you're a moron. In a divorce proceeding, Judge Judy's intensity was on full display as she dealt with defendant Kathleen Kreftmeyer.
You filed for divorce, is that right?
Yes, I did.
You were the plaintiff. The grounds were irreconcilable differences.
Yes.
Is that right?
Judge Judy freely used the term moron to describe the defendant,
You're a moron. You are a moron.
who had informed her 6-year-old daughter that she was illegitimate. This callous decision, based on the defendant's belief in not keeping secrets from her children, shocked the judge and jury.
Why in the world would you tell a 6-year-old child that somebody who she believed was her father, who it turns out is her father, might not be her father?
Judge Judy believed the defendant's actions were driven by spite rather than considering her daughter's well-being. She openly called the defendant a moron 3 times, expressing her disapproval. Judge Judy concluded the case by stating that the defendant serves as an example of why people should undergo tests before becoming parents. The bitter exchanges and Judge Judy's clear animosity towards the defendant shocked viewers when this episode aired in 1996. Number 1, Venison will get you nowhere. In a shocking Judge Judy case, the plaintiff sued her sister for taking her car, which she had done multiple times before, but this time resulted in a crash that killed a deer.
This is your sister.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, she took your car. Your neighbors?
Yes.
She took your car, you say without permission, had an accident, you want her to pay for the damage to your car.
The defendant defended her actions, stating that she had taken the car previously without any objections from the plaintiff. However, the most jaw-dropping moment came when Judge Judy inquired about the fate of the deer.
Was the deer hurt?
Oh, it died.
Did you wait for somebody to come and take the carcass away?
No, I put pine straw over it and...
Astonishingly, the defendant claimed to have eaten it and even offered some to her sister as a peace offering. This bizarre admission left everyone stunned. Despite the defendant's lack of concern over the car crash and the dead deer, Judge Judy recognized the seriousness of the situation. She awarded the plaintiff $4,000 in damages, understanding the gravity of the incident. In conclusion, these cases from Judge Judy's courtroom highlight the unbelievable and shocking situations that can arise during legal proceedings. From fake cases and exaggerated claims to outrageous behavior and questionable decisions, these cases push the boundaries of what might one expect in a courtroom. Judge Judy's no-nonsense approach and keen ability to uncover the truth have made for some unforgettable moments. So, next time you find yourself questioning the reality of a courtroom drama, just remember, truth can be stranger than fiction. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more captivating content.